Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to my channel, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tapping back in. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to see what I have to say. I promise y'all, it truly means the world to me. For real, for real. Thank y'all. Thank you for every like, every comment, every view. I promise you, every share. It means the world to me. And that's why I try to stay on top of responding to everybody personally because I appreciate y'all. For real, for real. But with that being said, let's get started with today's video. You already know what we're talking about. Quant Network. Come on. How many times do I have to say that this company is spectacular? But it is. Think about it. Think about everything we've already talked about. We've talked about literally CBDCs. We've talked about literally tokenization of real world assets. We've talked about integrations with things like Make and Zapier. We've talked about SIA, which is literally the infrastructure for the UK payment system. Okay, we've talked about so many things. Standard TC307, which is literally the standard for building on blockchain. Them being not a blockchain, but they are a blockchain operating system. Remember what I said, the first and only of its kind in existence. Follow me on this, right? The Quant Network. Here we go. Today, we're talking about their partnership with SIMBA. And if you don't know what that is, we gonna pop a little bit up here, okay? We gonna knock through some SIMBA today. And SIMBA itself has some very interesting partnerships via the U.S. Army, the U.S. Navy, the Marines, via you're going to see pretty much they're responsible for building every federal blockchain. I'm talking anything that has to do with federal, and that's think about anything from federal assistance to government, like anything, because it all will eventually have a blockchain because it all will have to operate in Web 3.0, which is blockchain, and who is literally facilitating the interoperability, which makes everything run seamlessly, Quant Network. But again, we're going to hop into their partnership with SIMBA. We're going to hop into some SIMBA so you can understand the weight of, I know SIMBA sounds like, oh, it's a toy or the Lion King. No, listen, we talking weight. Follow me, follow me. Follow me down this rabbit hole of Quant. I promise you, you will not be sorry. Here we go. So I'm going to throw up on the screen real fast, just to refresh your memories. Boop, just a list of their partners. Some things we already talked about, like SIA. We've already talked about Oracle. We haven't jumped into it, but remember, I keep on saying it. Oracle itself has 430,000 customers worldwide. And that's just one partner. Think about this. SIA, remember, they are building out the infrastructure for UK financial system. Follow me on this. Follow me on this. So many things. Hell, you got Pay UK right there alongside of SIA. Follow me on this. But here we go. Hyperledger. Remember, I told y'all Hyperledger. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to just show you, let's just screenshot, right? Just to prove to you that Hyperledger, as far as institutional players, is way bigger than Ethereum. So you can see. You see that? So you can understand the partnership with Hyperledger and how integral it is because it allows them to be operable with any of the Hyperledger customers. Follow me. Follow me. All right. All right. So now we're going to hop into our first video. Our first video is coming from my boy, Maximus Crypto. Dude, you are so dope. And you are so knowledgeable and you give so much amazing information. I promise you, I appreciate you. For real, for real. But
So,
here we
for
go.
one, what's tagged here? Enterprises, financial institutions, and their partners. Goes on to mention that Quant Network, SIMBA Chain, both leading innovators in blockchain technology, make the deployment of smart contracts, to make it more easy, cost effective. Right? We know about some of this stuff. But what's referenced immediately when you get more into it is government agencies, Fortune 500 companies, and so on, and startups that are increasingly looking to blockchains as the basis for transparent, verifiable systems. You get the gist. Going more down into this, it talks about back in 2017. I know it seems crazy. SIMBA chain smart contract as a service removed the first of these issues. They allowed to define assets and parameters, so on and so forth. But what stands out with them is APIs, and what also stands out with them is this partnership that they had with the QUANT network. Now, the result of the combination of their two techs, if you will, through this partnership with SIMBA Chain Quant allowed for individuals or businesses interested in using any supported blockchain on the Quant Overledger to just do that, deploy their solutions in a matter of minutes, right? And a matter in absolute.
Come on now, y'all. Come on now, y'all. Follow me on this. Follow me. Okay, so I was just establishing, showing you that there is a partnership with Quant and SIMBA. And this is based off of the Quant Networks page, right? Here we go. I'm getting ready to jump into a SIMBA video. This video is a little bit long, but follow me on this, okay? It's literally from SIMBA, so you can understand what they are doing and what they are bringing to the world. Follow me.
Blockchain technology has immense potential, leading the transition from Web 2 to Web 3. But, as with any new technology, moving from testing to production can be complex and costly. This barrier to entry prevents innovative companies from experimenting with blockchain-based solutions, resulting in missed opportunities. That's where SIMBA comes in. As the interface between Web 2 and Web 3, SIMBA helps integrate your development team with a decentralized ecosystem. SIMBA Blocks is at the core of this streamlined experience. The user-friendly, cloud-based platform makes building Web 3 solutions simple and cost-effective. On the front end, SIMBA Blocks is a low-configuration platform that allows you to build and deploy smart contracts on public, private, and hybrid chains. These smart contracts can have various wallet and identity settings on the chain of your choice. Behind the scenes, SIMBA Blocks dynamically creates virtual REST APIs that connect to smart contracts on multiple protocols. These chain-agnostic APIs simplify application integrations, reducing deployment times by weeks or months. These benefits can save enterprises up to $1.3 million in upfront expenses. In addition to protocol flexibility, SIMBA's Web3 plugins offer continuous integration (CI) and continuous delivery (CD) support. With this functionality, recently changed smart contracts are automatically compiled and exported to SIMBA Chain, streamlining development. SIMBA Blocks gets you started faster, saving around 228 upfront developer weeks, plus the associated overhead. To summarize, SIMBA Blocks is an enterprise-grade platform that delivers high availability, full chain freedom, and development acceleration tooling, all while integrating the power of dynamic APIs to simplify Web3 development. Blocks also supports a proprietary querying tool we call structured data. Let's break down these key benefits in more detail. First, Blocks is government and enterprise proven, delivering speed, flexibility, scalability, and cost-effectiveness. Second, Blocks delivers high availability by auto-scaling in response to your software throughput requirements, so there is never any network failure and every transaction will hit the chain. Third, Blocks allows you to choose between multiple supported blockchain protocols. If your needs change, it's easy to migrate to another chain. Fourth, the Blocks platform prioritizes the developer experience, offering a robust suite of tools that streamline the path to production, eliminating up to a year's worth of work with 5 blockchain experts. Fifth, Blocks auto-generate virtual REST APIs that connect to smart contracts on multiple protocols. Finally, SIMBA's unique structured data approach annotates smart contracts at design, generating powerful business intelligence insights. Specifically, SIMBA Blocks indexes blockchain data, supporting lightning-fast searches and event-driven architecture. These features combined make Web3 development look more like Web 2 while leveraging the benefits of blockchain. You can rest assured that when building with Blocks, you'll move from proof of concept to production and stay there. We've simplified the Web3 experience by abstracting the complexities of blockchain development to provide organizations, governments, and companies with off-the-shelf blockchain applications. Instead of hiring an internal team of Web3 engineers, system architects, and DevOps experts, you can tap into the power of SIMBA blocks today. Not only can you save up to $1.3 million in upfront costs and $250,000 in recurring annual expenses, but you'll gain access to an award-winning team of Web3 experts. Get started on your Web3 journey today with SIMBA blocks, your gateway to simple, scalable, and fast blockchain development.
Now listen, I know that was a little long, but hopefully I didn't lose y'all, because listen, I'm going somewhere. Follow me down this rabbit hole, because all roads lead to QUANT Network. Follow me. All right? So, yeah, I just found out a little bit more about SIMBA and what they do. And you heard the customers, the government, blah, 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 blah. We're going to hop even more into the different partnerships that SIMBA has. Follow me, okay? Follow me.
Government side of things, because we did reference this earlier. Department of Defense case study. SIMBA Chain will design and build a blockchain solution to enable demand sensing for Department of Defense, basically, right? Getting more into this, look at this. Speaking of like the government and military and so on. Boeing, the United States Navy, the U.S. Army, the new United States Space Force. Apparently that's headquartered up in Colorado. One of my former coworkers actually is part of Space Force, ironically. And of course, the United States Air Force. And we do know that, of course, QUANT back in, 2018 or 2019, give or take, right? Don't quote me. You still have that Constellation DAG partnership. Some people will say, well, we haven't heard anything from them. It's still a valid partnership. Look more into it. Getting more into this. Speaking of the United States Department of Defense, hopefully you guys can see that. This is good stuff. I'll come out of the frame on this one for a bit. So look what's mentioned here. SIMBA Chain will do what? Design and build a blockchain solution to enable demand sensing for the Defense Logistics Agency, DLA, the Combat Support and Supply Chain Agency of the Department of Defense. You do see the Air Force reference here. Built on SIMBA blocks, the United States Air Force Base Camp follows the registration tracking of additive manufacturing, which is called AEM components, during their complete life cycle. Tad bit more. We're going to jump into the this video right here. I won't come out of the frame because it's a video, but it says basically.
So listen, okay? Follow me, y'all. Follow me. Did you just hear those customers? I just told you every branch of it was the Army, it was the Navy, it was the Space Force, it was crazy, right? All building on top of who? SIMBA. And SIMBA is partnered with who? QUANT Network. Why? Because QUANT is what? The layer of internet that makes everything operable with everything. Follow me when I'm telling you what I'm telling you, okay? But we ain't done, okay? So you think it's just the governments and stuff? No. SIMBA is also tackling the automotive industry. Follow what I'm telling you when I'm telling you. It's kind of sort of just like Hedera, and I believe it's Hyundai and Kia that's doing some partnerships with Hedera in some way. But anyway, back to QUANT. Listen, follow me, okay? So here's a video from SIMBA as well. The first video was more so your big boys, your governments, and all of your federal institutions. Now you're actually targeting the automotive industry. Can you imagine an automotive industry player building on top of a blockchain? Think about all of the parts that go into each car having to be tracked via someone's supply chain. Think about the transactions of that per car. Follow me when I'm telling you what I'm telling you, right? Here we go.
Are you one of the many companies building blockchain applications in the automotive industry? Perhaps you've thought about it, but aren't sure where to start. No matter where you are on your Web3 journey, SIMBA Chain can help. Our powerful SIMBA Blocks platform abstracts the complexities of blockchain development, helping you build the business solution you want. In other words, SIMBA allows your team to focus on what matters most, ensuring you move from proof of concept to production. We deliver this functionality using dynamic APIs that connect smart contracts with multiple protocols. This flexibility allows you to build public, private, or hybrid blockchain applications that scale. And don't worry, if your needs change, you can easily mitigate to another chain of your choice. This full chain freedom is delivered alongside enterprise-grade security features and developer tooling that streamline the integration of existing data systems. But don't take our word for it. As a production-grade platform, SIMBA Blocks is already used by major government organizations and blockchain companies. Simply put, we understand what it takes to overcome the challenges of building with blockchain. Contact us today to learn how you can start building better with SIMBA Chain.
Yo, y'all heard that flex? SIMBA chain is already used by major government organizations. Y'all heard that flex in that video? Okay. But listen, we even diving even deeper into SIMBA. I'm telling you, follow me, right? Listen to this.
Quant partner SIMBA Chain awarded 20-year contract to provide blockchain services to all, yeah, that's right, federal agencies. 20-year contract. You know, how many times do we talk about Quant and what they're tied into? You know, last time I think we did a big deep dive. We talked about, you know, Amazon. We talked about BlackRock, right? You know, tokenizing these assets. What one would they be choosing? Well, if they're going to tokenize, you know, institutional tokenized assets, you need to have something that they're going to have confidence in, that's going to be secure, fast, and easy to do. You know, we talked about this. So yes, 20-year contract to provide blockchain services to all federal agencies is a big deal. Excuse me. All right, getting more into this, I want to share this with you. And going further down, it talks about this. Yeah, like a lot of people are not aware, SIMBA Chain has integrated to Overledger since 2020. Yeah, no kidding, right? No kidding at all. Getting more into this right now, I'll show you what I'm talking about. And, you know, maybe you want some proof. I don't know. Sometimes people just need a blast from the past. This actually did come. This is not, yeah, Quant Network, believe it or not. Sorry about that. So it says SIMBA Chain and Overledger integration is live. Start writing smart contracts today. Interesting. And we get into this. To me, this screams Quant, because basically the way I look at it, it is. Look at the app address, app.simbachain.com. Wallet is Ethereum. Look what's mentioned. Be able to quickly, you know, go from Quant mainnet to the use of some of these tokens. And what about what I talked about earlier? What about what I literally talked about earlier? Do you not see what's on this list? Right? Forget it. ETH, garbage, slow, right? At least I think so. A lot of you guys feel so as well. I think, I don't know, Ethereum. I mean, should we look at it like it's the AOL Time Warner of the past? It's like a dial-up, you know, dial-up for blockchain. I mean, that's a weird analogy, but are we too far off? But look what's shown here. We was just talking about Stellar. You see that. So are we too far off on some of this stuff? And if anything, what's the main point for you as a QNT holder or somebody that's not a QNT holder? The thing is being able to have a platform that not only executes these smart contracts with ease, but also provides this new thing, literally released yesterday, in regards to smart contract secure audits. That's game changer. I don't care what anybody says. It's absolute game changer. We know it's game changer because we understand utility in motion, and then a concept of multiple blockchains that have to basically utilize your utility, as in QNT, to get the job done. All right? Some won't, but a lot will. The real true blue chips, I believe, will. And that is definitely worth paying attention to. And even if it's not necessarily, you know, token based, what about some of the other things, even just mentioned from, you know, SIMBA? That's big in itself. So it's both industries. When I think of both industries, I immediately think of what? Like your JP Morgans of the world. And that's without slipping out too much information. Okay? JP Morgans of the world. Why is that?
I just heard that, right? You just heard that, right? You just heard that. This is crazy, but factual, you guys. Absolutely factual. But guess what? I'm not done. I have another SIMBA video for you. I'm just literally cementing the weight of who SIMBA is and who they are working for. The U.S. government. Follow me.
Blockchain firm SIMBA Chain, which has worked with the United States military on various projects in the recent years, has received, of course, that $30 million in the funding. United States Air Force granted them the $30 million. And basically, let's see, it says identifying and advancing technologies as part of their aim that have potential to secure its future dominance. Getting more into this, SIMBA Chain received $1.5 million from the United States Air Force, of course, back in 2020, to research and develop a blockchain for supply chain logistics in the United States Air Force. The following year, it received another $1.5 million to work on something similar for the United States Navy. So even breaking into the Navy. But again, understanding that key partnership with SIMBA Chain. SIMBA Chain literally screams quant all the way. I mean, you can look more into it for yourself when we talk about being able to quickly switch from Stellar to ETH to Polygon, you name it. That screams quant all the way. The concepts of blockchain agnostic doesn't say that. It reworded a different way, but meant the same thing. Getting more into this, it states that the $30 million of StratFi therefore demonstrates a substantial increase in the investment into SIMBA Chain, possibly reflecting the growing potential the United States military sees in blockchain tech to secure supply chains for weaponry and other equipment. So there's a lot.
Listen, y'all. Listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Did you just hear that? That's even more evidence of who SIMBA is and what they are working on, which is building out the U.S. federal infrastructure via the blockchain, okay? And who is SIMBA partnered with? QUANT Network. Why? Because QUANT makes SIMBA operable with any other blockchain in the world. Follow what I'm telling you when I'm telling you. But my boy Maximus, right, mentioned something about QUANT and the smart audit. Believe it was December. They did every day they were releasing something new, and one of the releases was smart audit. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pop that smart audit release video up so you guys can take a look to see exactly what the smart audit is and what it is doing for blockchains.
Banks and payment companies are exploring digital currencies to increase access to financial services whilst automating processes and lowering costs. Effective management of cryptographic keys and transaction signing is essential for authorization of blockchain transactions, but it remains a challenge. Existing key management solutions were not built for blockchain. Many lack the security and utility at scale needed to support millions of customers and billions of transactions. Overledger Authorize from QUANT provides central bank grade key management for large-scale authorizations on multiple networks. Using flexible APIs, Authorize integrates with existing identity management, anti-fraud engines and AI models to authenticate and sign transaction requests. Keys can be generated and stored automatically in proprietary or third-party vaults. Once signed, transactions are passed to any supporting blockchain through Overledger, allowing seamless payments, transfers, and other transactions to major blockchains. Developers no longer need to code specific cryptographic interfaces to connect every blockchain and key store to every internal system. Authorize does it all. With Overledger Authorize, financial institutions and developers can securely overcome the hurdles of key management and bring authentication to the blockchain era. Talk to us and discover Authorize for your business.
I've said several times before, if you're an enterprise player, you're going to have to go with the standard. And QUANT Network is the standard, you guys. Okay, that's another one. Okay, but stay tuned because the next video talking about the RLN, my goodness. And if you don't know what the RLN stands for, it stands for the Regulated Liability Network. It is literally the network, it's literally every Federal Reserve will have its own regulated liability network. Because the UK has one, you're going to see in this next video. The US already has one. Actually, the UK based theirs off of the US. And guess who's working with both of them? QUANT, because QUANT is the thing that makes it operable. It is that unified ledger. Follow me. But with that being said, thank you so much for tapping in. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you for staying to the end. This is a long video, and if you stay to the end, throw up a for me, a peace sign. Until next time,